हम लोग पढ़ते हैं साइज ऑफ इंडिया. हाउ, what are the facts related to size of India? So it is well known fact that India is the seventh largest country in the world, area wise. It is area wise, not the population wise. Population wise, India is second largest country in the world. So over here, as far as area wise is concerned, India is the seventh largest country in the world. It means कि there are 6 more countries that are larger in terms of area in comparison to India. Now about its boundary. Total land boundary means total land boundary. If we are going to measure the total land boundary of India, what we will get? We will get such kind of fact, and it is about 15,200 kilometer land boundary. Main coastline including the sea coast. If we are going to measure the coastline including the two group of islands, Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep, then it becomes 7,516.6 km. These are the facts that you have to remember, because these facts are important in the view of examination. For MCQ questions, these facts are very, very important. As far as total area of India is concerned, it is 3.28 million square kilometer. 3.28 million square kilometer. These are the facts that you have to remember. So, as far as area is concerned, overall area India is having 3.28 million square kilometer, and overall area India occupies in the world, it is 2.4%. Means world's total area. Out of total area, India is occupying only 2.4%. One interesting fact is there. Do you know how much population, percentage of population India is comprising of the in comparison to the world? It is nearly 16%. Actually, more than 60%. More than 16% population living in India. So in comparison to the area, the population of India is very, very high. So this is the reason why India is also called one of the densely populated country in the world. Densely populated means number of people living per square kilometer gives the density of population. So India is having one of the densely populated population in its country. Now, जब हम लोग यहाँ पढ़े कि सेवेंथ लार्जेस्ट कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड, तो आपको ये भी याद रखना है कि कौन कौन से वो देश हैं जो इंडिया से बड़े हैं क्षेत्र के मामले में, एरिया के मामले में. तो वो देश हैं रशिया, कनाडा, चाइना, अमेरिका, ब्राजील और ऑस्ट्रेलिया. ये 6 देश इंडिया से एरिया में बड़े हैं. अब कई बार ये प्रश्न आता है कि याद करने में कठिनाई होती है, तो इसके लिए छोटे से चीज़ों को मैंने बनाने की कोशिश की है. आप भी कर सकते हैं. जैसे मैंने इसको लिखने की कोशिश की है, राम कैन चूज एप्पल, ब्रेड एंड पाइनएप्पल. ये सेंटेंस अगर याद है तो आसानी से आप इन 6 देशों का नाम लिख सकते हैं. राम कैन चूज एप्पल, ब्रेड एंड पाइनएप्पल. तो आप देखिए, राम, राम से आर मीन्स रशिया. यहाँ कैन CA लेते हैं तो ये कनाडा को डिनोट करता है. चाइना CH चाइना. अमेरिका एप्पल, A फॉर एप्पल अमेरिका. ब्राजील B फॉर ब्रेड BR. यहाँ से देखिए 2 वर्ड निकल के आए तो ब्रेड. और यहाँ ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए हमने लिखा है ये पाइन एप्पल, क्योंकि इस कनेक्शन में फ्रूट्स के साथ पाइन एप्पल याद रखने में आसानी होगी, तो पाइन एप्पल A फॉर ऑस्ट्रेलिया. तो ये 6 ऐसे देश हैं जो एरिया में हिंदुस्तान से बड़े हैं. दूसरे रूप में इसको याद कर सकते हैं हम, RC स्क्वायर ABA. R फॉर रशिया, one C for Canada, one C for China, and then after A for America, B for Brazil, A for Australia. ये चीजें आपके सामने है. अब आपको तय करना है कि कौन सी विधि आपको आसान लग रही है. ये फैक्ट्स हैं, इसे याद करना बहुत जरूरी है. एक चीज और याद रखेंगे कि इंडिया अपने जब 22 डिग्री नॉर्थ में लैटिट्यूड पे पहुंचती है तो ये टैपर होते हुए नीचे की ओर पतली होते जाती है, यानी कि ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर के नॉर्दर्न भाग में इंडिया अगर आप देखें तो इसकी एक्सटेंट बड़ी है, यानी ईस्ट वेस्ट एक्सटेंट इसकी बड़ी है, और जैसे जैसे ये डाउनवर्ड्स आती है, सदर्न पार्ट की तरफ आती है, ये टैपर होती जाती है। तो इस चीजों को भी हम पढ़ेंगे, और अब अगली क्लास में हम लोग टाइम कैलकुलेशन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द लॉन्गिट्यूड कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं, हम इन चीजों को पढ़ेंगे। तो पुनः एक बार देख ले, 7th लार्जेस्ट कंट्री ऑफ इंडिया इन द वर्ल्ड है, लैंड बाउंड्री 15,200 किलोमीटर, मेन कोस्ट लाइन इंक्लूडिंग both the islands of India means Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep। ये भी प्रश्न पूछा जाता है, name the two groups of island having India, it is Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep। टोटल इसकी दूरी हो जाएगी 7,516.6 किलोमीटर। एरिया वाइज टोटल एरिया इंडिया की कितनी है, 3.28 मिलियन स्क्वायर किलोमीटर। ज्योग्राफिकल एरिया विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द वर्ल्ड ओनली 2.4%, बट पॉपुलेशन कितनी है, मोर देन 16%। ये याद रखिएगा, जिसके कारण क्या होता है, इंडिया बिकम वन ऑफ द डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड। और 6 वो देश जो इंडिया से बड़े हैं एरिया वाइज, जिसका नाम हम लोगों ने पढ़ा, रशिया, कनाडा, चाइना, अमेरिका, ब्राजील एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया। तो अब अगली क्लास में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे क्या, तो पढ़ेंगे टाइम कैलकुलेशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू लॉन्ग। नेक्स्ट टॉपिक दैट वी हैव टू लर्न इन दिस चैप्टर, ज्योग्राफी, इंडिया, साइज एंड लोकेशन, चैप्टर नंबर 1, that is India and the world. In this particular topic, we will see how India is having its relationship with the rest of the world. What are those roots? How geographical location of India helps India to have a very close contact with the rest of the world. India do not have its contact in rest of the world in recent years. Since ancient period, India is having its great relationship with ancient civilizations. One more thing that we have to remember, it is not only through sea route or air route India is having its relationship. Even before the discovery of sea route, as we know that it was Vasco da Gama who discovered sea route to India. He reached India by Cape of Good Hope in India. Before that also, India is having its relationship through land routes. Do you know, do you remember about Silk Route? Silk routes are the ancient routes through which India was having its relationship with rest of the world. So we will discuss about this in this particular topic. So I have written some point. Just try to understand. Indian landmass having its central location. Central location where? Central location and between East and West Asia. India is situated in between East and West Asia, and it is connected through Europe through the Trans-Indian Sea Route. Trans-Indian Sea Route means what? Trans-Indian Sea Route. Trans-Indian Sea Route means a number of sea routes that are just expanding and connecting India to rest of the world. These routes were present since ancient period of time, and these routes were just connecting India to different parts of the world. So see, I have written something, western coast. Through the western coast, what is the meaning of western coast? If you remember, the peninsular part of India, this is called western coast, this is called eastern coast. So in eastern and western coast altogether there are 12 major seaports. 12 major seaports. Through these ports, India is having its international trade to the rest of the world in modern times. But earlier also, at the western coast, India is having connection with West Asia, Africa and Europe. Just try to understand how India's position in Indian Ocean just dominate India in the sea, and through the western coast, the seaports that are situated at the western coast, since ancient period of time, India is having great relationship with the West Asia, Africa and Europe. ships were sailed towards West Asia, Africa and Europe, and ships were also coming from West Asia, Africa and Europe to India. This is two-way communication, two-way means of transportation. Similarly, at the eastern coast also, Southeast and East Asia, India can having relationship with Southeast Asia and East Asia. Again, it is the sea route that is dominating. And as I have told you, before the sea route, before sea route discovered by Vasco da Gama to India, before that also, India is having its relationship through the land route. So, just try to focus again. Indian Ocean received the name because of the distinguished position of India. We know that to the south of India there is Indian Ocean. It is Indian Ocean. So why this ocean, this water body is come to known as Indian Ocean? Why this water body has been named on India? It is only because India is having very important position and location in Indian Ocean. Why? See, India is having longest sea boundary in the Indian Ocean, and its location, as I have already written, to the western coast, to the eastern coast, India could trade, India could just reach to rest of the world, to different parts of the world India could reach. Even from Europe, if any country is wishing to reach to Southeast Asia, they have to cross to the Indian Ocean, and where India is having its great dominance. So this is the reason why Indian Ocean got its name on India. One question you may be asked. The question may be asked in such a way, why does Indian Ocean got the name itself on India? So you have to write that Indian Ocean got its name on India because India is having very dominant condition, dominant location in Indian Ocean and having great relationship with rest of the world through these coastlines. One more thing, through these sea routes and land routes, India is having its relationship not only in terms of trade, in terms of exchange of ideas, religion, beliefs, practices, even art and architecture. These all are the part of those exchange. It is not only the Muslim spices have been traded to rest of the world. From rest of the world also we have learned a number of things. Rest of the world has also learned a number of things from us. A number of food items that are not known in India have reached to India through these contacts. We all are very much familiar to eat maize, potato. Do you know from where these food crops reach to India? It is from America. These food crops not originally just cultivated in India. This is the original food crop from America. So these are the roots. These contexts play a very important role. This is only because of India's geographical location. Very important. In Indian subcontinent, India is dominating. Geographically, India is given very superb location. In Indian Ocean also, it is dominating. So these are the factors that we have to remember. Over here, few more points are there. Since ancient time, India is connected to ancient civilization through the land routes also. Do you know ancient civilization? There are a number of ancient civilizations. The Chinese civilization, Egyptian civilizations. Then after, our Indus civilization, that was Indian civilization, means Harappan civilization was having its great contact with the rest of the civilization through land route also as well as through the sea routes. So then after, these routes are a source of exchange of thoughts, ideas, art and architecture, religions and religious practices. How Islam come to India? How Christianity came to India? How Buddhism, Jainism spread the rest of the world? How Hinduism spread the rest of the world? This is through the roots. So roots are not only for the purpose of trade. These are the roots of cultural exchange also. The food habit, even diseases has traveled longer distances. In class 10, you people will read about these all things, how cultural exchange took place through these routes. And then after, you have to remember about this, India has 12 major ports on its western coast as well as the eastern coast. And this is called gateway of international trade. Since India is having its trade relationship through these ports, so it is called gateway of international trade. So I hope that in this particular topic, we are already discussed about the how India is having its relationship from rest of the world, especially through the sea routes. Next topic we will learn about the India and its. Now the last topic that we have to learn in this particular chapter, it is Indian neighbors, India's neighbors, and we have to also collect the information about the states of India. First of all, we have to discuss about the states of India. So students, I have written over here 28 states and 9 union territories. You might have some sorts of confusion, you might have some sorts of doubt, because in your book it may be 29 states and 7 union territories. But recently we all are knowing that now after the amendment in the Indian Constitution, the number of the states has been reduced up to 28. One state, Jammu and Kashmir, has been just taken out or withdrawn from the status of a state, and now it become union territories. So Jammu and Kashmir has been bifurcated. Jammu and Kashmir has been made one union territories and Ladakh has been made the another. So now there are 28 states and 9 union territories. One thing that you have to remember, I am not mentioning over here in very detail, regarding you have to remember the name of all Indian states and their capital. In mapping question, you may be asked to just indicate or locate the capital of Punjab, capital of Bihar, capital of Bengal, West Bengal. So you have to remember regarding the capital of those states. One more thing, regarding the union territories, you have to also remember about the location of those union territories. And one more thing, we are also having 2 island groups. 2 island groups are there, so you have to also remember those 2 island groups, Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, and you have to also remember their capital too. So these are the things that you have to remember. So now moving just ahead, regarding the neighbors, do you know the meaning of neighbors? Neighbor means people who are living next to your house. Similarly, when we are discussing about neighbors of a country, we have to look that which are the countries that are just present, just east, west, north and south to our territory. So now on that particular circumstances, we have to remember that India is having very long land boundary and share its borders with Pakistan and Afghanistan in the west. Means to the west of India there is a Pakistan and Afghanistan, and in the northern direction there is Nepal and Bhutan, and Burma, the another name of Burma is Myanmar, and Bangladesh is in the east. In the southern part, the southern neighbors across the sea consist of the 2 island countries. What are those 2 island countries? They are Sri Lanka and Maldives. आपको पता है श्रीलंका के विषय में, IBTD पे रामायण भी चल रही है, तो श्रीलंका के विषय में आपको जानकारी हो गई होगी। रावण का देश, तो श्रीलंका, राम सेतु जो बनी, तो ये श्रीलंका हमारे सदन में है, सदन टिप पे है, और दूसरी है मालदीव। यहाँ पे प्यारे बच्चों ध्यान रखने की जरूरत है कि कुछ क्वेश्चंस यहाँ पूछे जाते हैं। एक नंबर में कि श्रीलंका इज सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम इंडिया बाय व्हिच ज्योग्राफिकल यूनिट्स? तो देयर आर 2 यूनिट्स, पाल्क स्ट्रेट, इट इज नॉट पार्क स्ट्रेट, इट इज पाल्क स्ट्रेट, एंड सेकेंड गल्फ ऑफ मन्नार. These are the 2 geographical features, geographical units that separates India and Sri Lanka. And Maldives is separated by 8-degree channel. 8-degree channel means since this particular line is passing at the 8-degree latitude, so it is called 8-degree channel. So this is all about the Indian states and their neighbors. Again I am repeating, you have to remember all the name of the states, Indian states and their capital, and about the union territories too. And one more thing, you have to also remember the administrative units of Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep too, and how many islands are comprising islands groups, how many islands are comprising to Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep. This is all you have to see to the book. You have to remember that your book is the key source of information. It doesn't mean that if you are seeing the lecture it is enough. No, you have to go with your books also and just combine this information along with your book so that you will get the clear cut concept. So this is all about this particular. Students, ये एक रफ स्केच है इंडिया के मैप का। मैप की भाव भंगिमा को देख करके आप थोड़ा हंसेंगे नहीं, ये मैंने फ्री हैंडेड कोशिश की है बनाने की, केवल इसलिए कि थोड़ा आपको कॉन्सेप्ट दे सकूं इंडिया के नेबर्स का। तो जैसा कि आप देख रहे हैं एक डायरेक्शन के लिए भी आप ध्यान देंगे, ये मैं पहले भी बता चुका हूं कि कैसे हम डायरेक्शन को इंडिकेट करते हैं। तो अब गौर कीजिए, इंडिया के वेस्ट में अफगानिस्तान और पाकिस्तान ये दो कंट्रीज हैं हमारे, यानी वेस्टर्न बाउंड्रीज पर अफगानिस्तान और पाकिस्तान नाम के दो कंट्री हमारे नेबर हैं, हमारे पड़ोसी हैं। अब उसके बाद उत्तर की ओर आते हैं नेपाल, बहुत ही छोटा प्यारा और सुंदर हिमालय की गोद में बसा हुआ एक देश जिसकी राजधानी काठमांडू। काठमांडू जानते हैं? काठमांडू नेपाल की राजधानी और बहुत ही खूबसूरत, और वहां पर एक बहुत ही दर्शनीय स्थल है जिसे हम लोग कहते हैं पशुपतिनाथ का टेम्पल, वहां भी लोग जाते हैं घूमने के लिए। और उसके बाद भूटान, ये बहुत ही खूबसूरत, बहुत छोटा लेकिन बहुत खूबसूरत हिमालय की गोद में बसा हुआ ये देश, बहुत प्यारा देश। इसके बाद अगर हम पूर्व की ओर बात करें तो बांग्लादेश और म्यांमार, जिसका एक नाम बर्मा भी है। और फिर हम आते हैं सदर्न बाउंड्री में तो श्रीलंका और मालदीव। मालदीव को मैंने दिखा पा रहा हूँ, मालदीव थोड़ा दूर जाना पड़ता है। तो श्रीलंका यहाँ पे सदर्न टिप पे स्थित है। श्रीलंका इज सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम इंडिया बाय टू नेचुरल bodies, that is called Gulf of Mannar and Palk Strait. पिछले क्लास में मैंने इस चीज को आपको बताया था कि कैसे ये दो बॉडीज श्रीलंका को सेपरेट करती है। और ये है लक्षद्वीप आइलैंड, ये इंडिया का ही आइलैंड है। ये अंडमान एंड निकोबार, अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड में आपको पता है कितने आइलैंड इसमें है शामिल? अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड में ऑल टुगेदर 572 आइलैंड शामिल है। और एक बात और स्टूडेंट्स, These are the submerged part of the mountain. कहा जाता है कि हिमालय माउंटेन के ही ऑफ स्प्रिंग है, उसके ही पार्ट हैं जो समुद्र में डूब गए, तो ये आइलैंड्स के रूप में तब्दील हो गई। और इस अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड में कुछ आइलैंड इनहेबिटेंट है जहाँ पे मानव का अस्तित्व है, बाकी सभी पूरे जंगलों से, नेचुरल ब्यूटी से भरे हुई है, नेचुरल वेजिटेशंस है, यहाँ पे विभिन्न प्रकार के बायोडाइवर्सिटीज आप पाए जा सकते हैं। और ये लक्षद्वीप आइलैंड की बात करते हैं तो लक्षद्वीप आइलैंड, इसमें टोटल 36 आइलैंड्स हैं और ये वास्तव में कोरल रीफ्स के बनी हुई है, यानी मूंगे की चट्टान पे ये बनी हुई है। तो ये एक सबमर्ज पार्ट ऑफ माउंटेन रेंज का पार्ट है और ये मूंगे की चट्टान है, यानी ये कोरल रीफ्स है। कोरल रीफ से, कोरल पॉलिप्स के डिपॉजिट से ये बनी हुई है। कावाराती इसकी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव यूनिट है। तो ये सब चीजें आपको ध्यान में रखनी है। इन सबों से एक प्रश्न जरूर पूछे जाते हैं और लेबलिंग करने के लिए मैप के प्रश्न में पूछे जा सकते हैं। और यहाँ पे ध्यान रखेंगे, यहीं पे इंदिरा पॉइंट है। इंदिरा पॉइंट जब हम बात करते हैं तो मेन लैंड तो 84 मिनट, सदर्न पार्ट इसका कन्याकुमारी हो जाती है, ठीक है। और लेकिन जब हम बात करते हैं इंडिया के सदर्न मोस्ट पॉइंट की, तो वो है इंडिया पॉइंट जो कि सबमर्ज हो चुकी है समुद्र में। तो ये चीजें आपको ध्यान में रखनी है। ये मैप आप बिल्कुल एक मैप कागज पे बना करके उस पे सारी चीजों को लोकेट करके अपने आंख के सामने बार बार रखेंगे ताकि ये हमेशा आपको स्मरण रहे, ठीक है। अब अगले क्लास में हम लोग मिलेंगे।